Yeah, so I'm gonna interview Brett. What anything I should stay away from?
Nah, he's pretty open about everything. I mean, just don't mention his father.
Father's a little touchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but just don't do that. Anything is pretty open though. Anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Brett.
Are you the guy interviewing me?
I am. You ready? You ready to do this?
Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
I just want to lay a ground rule quickly before we get started. Just please don't mention my dad. It's a sensitive subject for me, and
Fair enough, Brett. I can handle that.
I'd appreciate if I didn't have to talk about my father.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this started. You know, I'm just wondering how you got into music in general.
Well, I grew up with a musical family. My dad was a really great musician, and he really wanted me to be a musician when I grew up. And like my dad was always like, "Brett, you're gonna be a great musician someday." He taught me how to play guitar and write songs. So I guess, you know, my dad.
That's great. You know, I noticed on this tour you're doing a lot with Invisible Children and the Mosaic Project. I'm wondering how you got started working with so many charities.
Well, I guess that goes back to my childhood too. Like my dad was always like, you know, you're not worth anything unless you give back what you have. It's not about what you have, it's about what you give. And so, you know, from a very young age, my dad like instilled it into me that, you know, I should be of service.
Wow, Brett, it sure sounds like your father's played a big role in your life.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Did I not just say 2 seconds ago, don't mention my father? It's kind of a sensitive subject for me. Apparently you're not a very sensitive individual. If you were a sensitive individual, you would have not mentioned my father. I mean, I'm sitting right here telling you don't talk about my dad, and you bring my dad up?
You just mentioned your father like twice though.
Oh, you're gonna start on me? Oh, don't act like your dad's perfect.
I didn't say my dad was perfect. I just said you mentioned your father.
Someday you're gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
Someday I'm gonna be a
Someday
dad.
we'll both be dads.
Someday we'll both be dads. Someday I
dads.
might be your dad.
That
You ever
could
think
be-
of that?
Yeah, all the time.
So let's stop talking about dads.
All right.